guys, it's Kathleen with Thrifty Britches. I'm back with another Thrift With Me video, and even though there are just tons and tons of yard sales today, I am venturing into an estate sale. Now, this estate sale company is run by a person who typically will charge eBay prices. However, I saw in his pictures online that he has got tons of Star Wars merchandise and just tons of comic books. So I already know that's going to be his target. He's targeting all those collectors. So I'm thinking he's not really going to care what he lets the clothes go for. And you all know I love to dig through clothing racks and find gems that are hidden inside. So if you're new to my channel, I'm a part-time reseller and a full-time school counselor who shares an eBay store with my sister Karen, who is a full-time educator as well. So if you like thrifting content, you are at the right place. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you get notified every time we upload a video. All right, guys, let's go in and get digging.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Everything's half price.
Oh, terrific.
Ma'am, are these your jewels also? Okay, cool. Dave, I guess if you want to get your jewels counted up there, I'll just get total down here if I combine them.
I know. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Size extra large. Yes, please. I don't know if that's black label or not. It's a black label. And it's vintage. Okay, so this is the second Barbizon quilted robe that I've come upon. So I did look it up. These can sell really, really well. So I'm going to get both of them. This is Grace Elements. It's pretty, but... I don't like selling skirts. Linen. 14. That's a yes. And it's vintage. Is this discolored? I don't think so. Oh shit. Oh, look how pretty. Oh, I don't know that brand. Oh. Linen. Yep. Oh, isn't that pretty? For $2.50, that's worth it. Here's some bras. Even better. What? What? Holy Hannah. Stain. And it's not vintage. Not worth it. Now this is vintage. Oh, gold label. Huh. Stain. $2.50. I knew that was cuddle duds. Okay guys, I am back with the thrift haul portion of this video. This estate sale was really good, just as I had suspected. He really wasn't too concerned with the clothing, and there was a lot of vintage clothing, and I mean a lot. I mean, you can see in the footage, just racks upon racks of clothes. Most of them were in larger sizes, so that was good, but I also found a lot of good vintage pieces. Those tended to be in smaller sizes, but still definitely worth picking up. I found this item in the kitchen, and it's super cute. It is Royal Doulton. I don't know if you can make out the Disney, that it's from Disney. So it's a Disney version of Royal Doulton, and how cute is this? This little door actually comes off. It's like magnetized. So I scooped this up. For everything that I'm going to show you, I only paid a flat rate of $40. So I think I did pretty good with all of the things that I got. And also there were a couple of items that I got for myself that I'm not even going to bother showing, but just know everything, including those, was $40. So these surprisingly did not do as well on eBay as I expected. This will probably sell right around the $10 to $12 mark, but probably I didn't pay more than 75 cents to $1 for it. So that's okay. I was just really surprised because I thought it was super special and super cute. It is not vintage. It's from 2001 and it is the Petal Hollow line, and this is the Lily trinket box. Okay, I do enjoy animatronics. I think you call these animatronics. And this set was a mess. So what I did was, after I cleaned it all up with a baby wipe, then I took a lint roller, because you can see even I haven't quite finished, and there was all this brown stuff embedded in the fur. But taking a lint roller, oh, I'll fool with that later. Taking a lint roller did a great job of cleaning up Santa and Mrs. Claus, and he had it all embedded in his beard, and I just gently kept going back over it with the lint roller, and it really cleaned up nicely considering what it looked like. It is a vintage piece, so, and it is not new in spite of the tag up here. This is adjustable, this little lamp post, which is neat. So high or as low as you want. And then it sings and lights up, and you have the option of having it not sing for you. Come on, Mrs. Claus. There were several of these that have sold right around the $100 mark. Now, mine has got a few issues. If you can see, her Mrs. Claus, her feet were glue gunned to the base of the platform. But otherwise, I feel like it's in good condition. I don't know if there is supposed to be an adapter. There is a jack, but I know a lot of the Mr. Christmas things sell without the adapters with them. So I figure I should be able to get at least $50, maybe $60 for this, and potentially even higher, but I think it's safe to assume I'll get around the $50 mark, and I couldn't have paid more than 10 bucks for this. Okay, now I have never picked up collectible dolls before, but I saw that she had a couple of Lee Middleton dolls, and when I Googled this one in particular, it seemed to have a decent sell-through rate. So this is for the My Little Lamb doll, and it comes in its original box. Now, this doll is undressed because there was so much stuff on her little outfit. I think it's a her, potentially a her. Yeah, definitely, she's dressed in pink. So I took off the outfit and I applied my concoction to it, and it came so nice. When I say this was all like had stains of brown all around the neckline, this lady, God love her, I mean, she was a slob. Most of the clothes that I bought, in fact, all of the clothes that I bought that were not new with tags had food stains on them. It's unbelievable. So I've been spending a lot of time since I picked them up just scrubbing my concoction into them, letting them sit and then washing them. But so far, mostly everything is cleaning up really, really nicely with just a little bit of elbow grease. So super cute. It's like this eyelet, little pinafore thing, and another eyelet blouse that goes underneath. So I'm just letting these dry because they're still air drying. But I'm thinking, now she's not in as great condition as some of the ones that have sold. They have sold around the $75 to $100 mark. And she has got issues with her hand. She's got pen on her hand. She had pen on the pinafore, but luckily it came off. And then I was able, oh yeah. And I tried the pink stuff on the pen marks and it wasn't coming off, and I was just too afraid of hurting the doll. So if you have ever sold Leah Middleton baby dolls, please drop a comment down below and just let me know if there's anything that I'm missing that I need to do. Her face was also, it was covered in like this goopy stuff. It was just very sticky and tacky to the touch. And I don't know if that's typical with the age of the doll, but I did just gently wipe her down with a baby wipe and she's dried, not tacky. So that was a good thing. I'm estimating that I should be able to get right around $40 to $50 for her. But again, this is my first venture into collectible dolls, so who knows. I grabbed 2 Barbizon vintage quilted robes, and initially I passed them by because they were in really rough shape. They had lots of discoloration all throughout the whole robe. They had stains everywhere. There were makeup stains on it, food stains. So I sat there with a toothbrush and my concoction. And if you've never seen my videos before, then my concoction is just 1 part peroxide, 1 part baking soda, and 1 part Dawn dishwashing liquid. Mix it all together into a liquidy paste, and then apply it to the stain, let it sit for an hour, run it through the wash, and 9 times out of 10 it takes everything out. So it really works super well, and it just did a great job. There's a couple of spots that, like this spot here, the fabric was thinning a little bit, and so I really didn't want to scrub it too hard, but considering what it looked like, this is a huge improvement. So the Barbizon quilted robes, this one is in a dusty pink and it's missing its tie. These can go pretty decently up to $100. Now this one has some issues. I don't think they're horrible condition issues considering the age of the garment, but I'm thinking somewhere in the $50 to $60 range for both of them. Not for both of them together, you know, separately. And this is the second one. Both of them are in a size small. So this is Barbizon as well. And this one had all this black stuff on it. And I was so surprised that it all came out. I mean, every little bit of it. Now this one had a really big stain. It looked to be a food stain of some sort right here. And it went all the way across the collar. And I'll tell you, I just kept on rubbing it in, and eventually most of it came out. And you can see the fabric was starting to fray, so that's when I abandoned the cause. But it's so much better than it was. This is also still wet. This was covered in food, but I had to wash it twice, but I was able to get all of the food stains out, as far as I can tell. And this is a black label Ralph Lauren sweatshirt. I guess you would call it a sweatshirt. It's sort of a sweater, zipper sweater with a hood. I don't know if the black label rule of thumb that is true for polo items rings true for Ralph Lauren items. I don't know. I don't know if that makes them more desirable or not. There were 2 of these Pendleton jackets, vintage Pendleton, 100% wool blazer. So old it even has shoulder pads in it. Unbelievable condition. So beautiful. However, the other one, when I brought it into the sunlight and was inspecting it before purchasing it, it had a moth hole in it. So I looked this one over really well, and I didn't see any. The only issues is that they are dirty. So I've taken a lint roller to it, but there's still all this schmutzy on it, including and especially her sleeves. This lady liked to drag her sleeves through everything. It was the same thing with the robes. So she's got, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to have to be very careful in trying to clean this bad boy up because it is such an old garment. Okay, I picked this even though it is not gold label Victoria's Secret because of style. It's just super pretty. It's in a size extra large, and I mean, how lovely is that teddy? I usually can move Victoria's Secret even if it's not, you know, super desirable gold label. Oh, this one has a little bit of a spot too. I haven't had a chance to get my concoction on it, but that should come right out. Okay, when I was rifling through her pajama drawers, I found this and I loved the, oh God, Kathleen, don't do that. And I loved the lace immediately. I mean, look at this piece. Look at the lace detail on the bottom. How beautiful. And then I looked at the label. Hello, Christian Dior. Okay, so I have had mixed bag results with Christian Dior. Some of them sell super high. Some of them don't, but usually they sell. So this one had a lot of issues. First of all, it had lace that was shredded off the bottom. So initially I thought that was the tie to the robe. Nope, it was the bottom hem. So I took a needle and thread and I just stitched it up back together. And I did a pretty good job. Now, I will definitely take photos and note it, but I don't think it's going to be a game changer for a buyer. But the other thing it had was like black marks through the whole thing and a lot of makeup stains on it. And I think I did a really, really good job of getting all of that out. I mean, I was painstaking with the toothbrush and my little concoction, but I feel like it came beautiful. Now, much like the pink Barbizon robe, this one is missing its tie. Here's one spot I just couldn't get it totally out. Can you see? I don't know if you can really see right there. Yeah, it's not showing up too good, but there's just the faintest of marks. And I do have to go through and just trim some of the pilling that is on the bottom of the lace. I am thinking I'm going to list it probably somewhere around 65 to 70, hoping to take away 40 to 50. I don't know if that's realistic or not. A lot of the really old lace type things by Christian Dior, such as this, and this is looking to be right around from the 60s, maybe 70s, and they seem to go really well. So I don't know. That's what I'm aiming for, and we'll see what happens. Like, I got a third robe, and this one I'm really excited about. This is Victoria's Secret Gold Label. It is a full-on oh, I missed a spot. I got most of the spots out with my concoction, but I missed a spot. This robe had all of these like makeup marks through the whole thing, and I've got to mark that one so I don't forget to go back. My concoction took them all out, and it is beautiful. It is actually soaking wet right now because I have washed it and it was air drying. But look at this with these floral appliques. This is in a medium large, and it is also missing its sash or its belt. But this should still sell somewhere around the $60 to $75 mark. I did pick up 2 dresses that were new with tags. I am not a huge fan of picking up Maggie London because she sits around. The only reason I picked this one up is because it had a great fiber content and it was new with tags. Take either one of those things away and I would have left it. But look at how pretty this is for the springtime. I mean, it's just gorgeous. This pretty spaghetti strap dress with all of this lace detail. The panels in between the lace detail are linen, and it originally retailed for $108. So I'm thinking easily $30 I'll get for this. We shall see. It's also vintage. Okay, and then the only other clothing item I got is this size 10, 100% linen dress by Ralph Lauren. Now this was originally sold in TJ Maxx, but it was on like super clearance for 15 bucks. Its original retail is $1.50. I'm gonna rip off that TJ Maxx tag. But this is in a size 10 and it's gorgeous. Very, very pretty. We're moving into the perfect time to be selling a dress like this. Just your typical classic Ralph Lauren type of garment. Okay guys, this is the last item and it's one of my favorites. I found vintage nylons. Hip hip hooray. I know there's a couple of you that watch my videos and are always asking me, when are you going to pick up more nylons? Well, I try because they sell like hotcakes, but they don't always have them. And this was the only pair, but I was super stoked to pick them up. They are in a size C, so a nice larger size, which does well for me. And like I said, they're vintage Hanes, soft and silky. So I'm going to get those listed right away. All right, guys, that's everything for this Thrift With Me video. As always, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, throw us a comment down below, and I will catch you next time. Bye, guys.